University of Conscious Science, the making of humanity. While she's pregnant, her head give off the yin and her feet give off the yang. Her belly button is where the energy meets. When it's a child in there, it's a full cycle. So now the dragon connects. This is the black Draco dragon. It's a she. It's the female on the top right. She's behind the dragon. Her job is to take light and compress it and give you light. Because you're a star child. So you see the layers of the light being compressed into the body. This body that you're seeing, consciousness made it into a perfect skeletal with bones, everything to match a human body. You're looking at a woman in womb laying sideways. Let's turn it sideways so you can see the skeletal view as flesh is being composed. As you see, flesh itself, even the skeletal body, is composed of many entities. These entities come together to form one consciousness, and they work together to create human being. It's a calcification process. One by one, each germ, each microbe push themselves in place and compress themselves in a tight compression. This tight compression become diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and in this case, carbon-12, flesh. It's the building block and life force for everything. But how it's done is through the dragon, spirits. Everything come together and unite as one to make you. Inside of you is a world upon world upon world. As you can see from the open wound or the open side of the skull, it's being closed. This closure is the outer layer of skin because you have many layers, 8 to 9 layers of you, and you only see the physical. So Isis compresses and compresses this light until it closes all the way down. And once it closes, she seals it with a kiss. That's her right there in front of you. Her face looked like a raccoon with the black eyes. Her nose is touching the kissing the nose of the fish. That fish is the story of Enlil Enki, the fish and the dragon. That's also a story of how flesh became human. How light turned to flesh. And that's you right there, human. The black child is inside the womb, which is the mouth right now. It's being sealed. Once it's sealed, you see from the left side, it's an intelligent child with imagination, life, right there. As Arsette kisses the cheek and face. That's her right there. That's the image I'm trying to show you as the eyes, as you can see. It's just her head. As she finished the compression method, she came from deep, deep space or another dimension, and she breathed the bar now, right life into you. As you can see from your eyes, that's the connection to the soul and to the universe and other dimensions. Your body is a hologram. It's holographic because it's made up of millions of species, compressed down that science don't even understand it. University of Conscious Science, one love. University of Conscious Science, the making of the gods. If you look closely, inside the baby's head, his whole head is a hologram. Inside is many different gods, many different dimensions. They all come together and they form what's called a human being. If you look very closely, you will see the same head that's pointing up. It's a black version pointing down, looking at the ground. Also, you can't see it, but I can see it. But if you see the two eyes on the side of his head looking at you, it's a head pointing to the left and it's a head pointing to the right. You multi-dimensional. And if you also look, you see the ass. That's the black spot inside the womb, over his stomach and the top. That's the shape of the ass. Let's watch how it's done. See, now the gods is inside the stomach. You see where the ass is? That's how they enter, through the ass, just like in the book of Tuat. That's the gods right there. That's all of them aligned on the clouds, coming down at the top, all the way and going back up. Gods always line at the top. And as you can see where the heart is beating, that's the gods. All inside of them, the stomach, all of them is those same little peoples right there. They're not very big when they come inside you. As you can see, all of them is there, lined up, ready to do work. That's them right there. That's the gods. I took this picture of them. And you see them aligned again? All their faces? That's them right there in the clouds when I did my Lamb of God video. All of this has always been in our face. And we think that it's a God in the sky that create humans. No, it's them. Always at the top of the clouds. Pay attention to them sci-fi movies. That's them when they came and visited me at my house. Them same gods. Now, we're going to pay attention and look at them some more. As you can see, it's one right in the middle of the screen hanging onto a cloud as he's swinging around. And the face is going to come out. And that face is of a different god. And if you look to the right, you see the gods right there too. That's who they call gods. You know, you can name them whatever you want. We don't have to follow tradition. You know, this is when I had my first encounter with them. When I had a star that visited me that night. It's the same gods. It hasn't changed. This is them in their pure form. No cloud or anything to conceal them. And as you can see, that's them right there aligned inside the stomach. And I'm doing a close-up now so you can see and understand what's going on. These is them in their pure form, looking like a bat and probably the starfish, bumblebee, tuna, and all that. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of them, you know. And each one, not these is from the main one. You could call these God's angels. They're the ones that come and do all the work or whatever. But it's no higher person to call a God. What we think is a God is us and our human thought, thinking that it's something greater that had to be created. But now we're going to watch how they make a human being. This is them working now. The process is called compression. They're compressing light and it turns into flesh by turning into brine. This brine now is what makes skin. So you see, the process is a very painful process of compressing and pushing. Baby's being tortured inside the stomach physically. But mentally, he's in sleep. As you can see, he hasn't shrugged, cried, or even showed an expression. But they're inside. You see, they're going through the penis and the rectum, and they're pushing flesh inside, compressing flesh right in your face. And look at them all in their line. These is the same people in the clouds that you don't recognize. These is the same people that y'all got in your mind as demons. These is the same people that's gonna attack y'all for not even recognizing who they are, and y'all thinking some other stuff that white people done told y'all and y'all believe it. No disrespect to white people, because white people is good. It's, you know who did it, them colonizers, them Europeans who came here and started brainwashing everybody. Now the whole world is under mind control, talking about God is with me and they know God. They don't know God. Y'all live inside your own superficial imagination. There's nothing to imagine. They right there building the human. And they right there on your skin, on your body. Your body's a hologram. It produces holograms. And look inside the skull. As you can see, there's so much more I could do to this video. It'll really throw you off, because there's the dragon and many other species. Right there's the heart. And as you can see, look at all the faces of the gods. University of Conscious Science. Let me go get some rest. One love.